So we're sitting out here outside of Austin Bergstrom Airport waiting on Sean Meadows and his family to arrive. We've got a special weekend planned for him. We're headed out to Thunderhill Ranch in Llano, Texas, where he's going to be going after a monster white-tailed deer. Should be a fun weekend. On this weekend, our families are involved as well. We have both of our wives and our kids coming. And I think that Nicole and Trevor, which are Sean's wife and his son, I think they'll really enjoy it. The son's 5 years old, and so I think he's going to have a good time. We've got camo for them all, and they should be here in the next 5 minutes, and we're going to spring the surprise on them.
My name is Sean Meadows, Staff Sergeant, United States Air Force, retired. We got out baggage claim, we got our bags, and we're sitting there waiting. And I was asking her, what are we looking for? Who's picking us up? And she's like, well, he'll be in the black truck. And he'll be in. I was like, okay.
Sean Meadows? Yes. Cody Hurt with Veteran Outdoors. How are you, sir?
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Nicole Meadows, and I'm from Kansas City, Kansas originally, and I've been married to Sean for 3 years.
We're here filming an episode of Veteran Outdoors, and we're actually going to take you to Llano, Texas today. We're going to go after a monster whitetail.
All right.
So.
This week on Veteran Outdoors, we're at the Thunderhill Ranch in Llano, Texas, with U.S. Air Force veteran Sean Meadows. On this adventure, Sean's family joins him as he takes the unofficial 2010 Veteran Outdoors whitetail record. You won't want to miss it.
Several years ago, a small group of friends, both veterans and civilians, banded together to make a difference and to pay tribute to our country's veterans. The mission was simple: to honor our country's wounded veterans' service and sacrifice by surprising them with dream adventures. These are their adventures. These are their stories. This is their show. Veteran Outdoors, giving back to those who gave. Veteran Outdoors, presented by Ambush Firearms. Don't just hunt, ambush. Polaris, see the hardest working, smoothest riding off-road vehicle now at your local dealer. Charlie Bravo Aviation, freedom in private aviation. Anti-monkey butt powder, they cover our butts, let's help cover theirs. And U.S. Optics, engineered for superior performance.
I was excited. I mean, I love hunting, and I know Texas produces great quality deer, and if we see them, great. If we don't, that's part of hunting too.
Hey there. How are y'all?
How are you?
Well, we told them a little bit about this place, but we didn't tell them everything.
Before this trip, I didn't know anything about Veteran Outdoors. A friend recommended it. Her husband was killed in Afghanistan, and that's how I met her and Herbert at a memorial ceremony. It was 3 months after Sean was blown up. That was Sean's goal. After he was injured, he wanted to go to the memorial ceremony on his legs.
So what do we need to do from here?
Shoot the gun. Y'all want to try to hunt this season, and the feeder goes off 420. So it's just, if y'all want to rush, or y'all just wait till the morning.
No, let's sit in the stand. Let's do that. Did you bring your gun? I didn't see a gun.
No.
Uh-oh.
I was starting to get a little upset. I was like, well, you told me not to bring anything now. You know, felt like we dropped the ball, but lo and behold.
So we call up POF, and they sent down one of their top 308s for you. This is yours, sir.
What? Well, no.
Yeah.
No.
This is your gun.
Mine. Oh. That is.
And
Are
it
you
is.
kidding me?
Oh, no, sir. And it is sighted in, ready to go.
Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank
Wow,
you.
That is awesome. Thank y'all. Oh, everybody else.
Everybody disappeared on you there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he got me some Game Guard camo, which I didn't bring any camo, so that was tremendous as well.
Pair of pants for you. You got these lighter pants. And then, so Trevor can match. We got him some camo here. Trevor, where's Trevor? Look, got some camo for you. Cap for you there, sir. We couldn't leave Nicole out, so we got her some camo as well. Yeah. You're welcome.
Thank you all very much.
You'll be set and ready to go.
Thank you so much.
Closed captioning is provided by Source One Distributors, committed to the mission.
Anti-Monkey Butt Powder understands the freedoms we have as Americans and supports Veteran Outdoors. They've donated thousands of items to our troops. And during this season of Veteran Outdoors, they will donate $1 to support our program, plus send an item to our troops for every bottle of powder purchased on their website. As someone who spends a lot of time outdoors, I know that chapped, irritated skin can ruin your day. Anti-Monkey Butt Powder helps you stay comfortable all day long. So remember, the troops are out covering our butts. Let's help cover theirs.
Only Polaris delivers the ultimate combination of power, suspension, and agility. The only trail-capable side-by-side, Ranger RZR. The only sport performance side-by-side, RZR S. The only four-seat sport, RZR 4. And the only extreme performance side-by-side, the 88 horsepower RZR XP. Razor-sharp performance only from Polaris. Huge rebates and low financing are available right now during the Polaris XP sales event.
They got the straw that you use.
I'm a hardworking American, raising a family, helping my neighbors, and appreciating the men and women in our armed forces. I also happen to sell private planes. Sure, there are celebrities who jet around the world, but 90% of the private aircraft in the U.S. are flown by small and mid-sized businesses. Companies that use planes to get to remote locations or respond in a crisis enjoy profitability that shows what a competitive advantage private aviation can be. A big thanks to the men and women who defend that freedom.
This segment of Veteran Outdoors is brought to you by Sarasport, the ultimate hydration and performance drink.
I joined the Air Force back in 2002. I joined right after 9/11. I was working for a company and I was driving a van and I heard over the radio.
Just a few moments ago, something believed to be a plane crashed into the South Tower of the World Trade Center.
I knew right then and there I was going to join the Air Force. I left probably 6 months after 9/11 happened. Went to boot camp and started my military career. You know, I originally wasn't going to go in the Air Force, but I heard about combat control, and so I decided I wanted to try out, and I made it. So here I am today. I met Nicole at a school for the Air Force, ALS, stands for Airman Leadership School, and that's what we met there, and the rest is history. So married and have a pretty good life. So before we went out hunting, Jimmy, the owner of the ranch, he brought some game cam pictures over and showed a couple pictures that the deer that we were going after. Deer we needed to take was a huge animal, the biggest one I will ever take if I saw it.
Those are the two we don't want to shoot total.
He also brought over a few pictures that some no-goes that we weren't allowed to take.
We call him mule. He's like a mule deer.
All right, so y'all gonna go shoot?
Yeah,
a couple of times.
goes off pretty quick.
Yeah.
What do y'all want to do? Y'all
Do you want me to drive you over and drop?
He loves hunting, loves to hunt and fish, and so I thought it'd be good for him to get to do what he wants to do. I got to go to El Paso with him. That was about a year and a half ago, and it is special whenever I get to go. And this was really special. All three of us got to go, and it's nice to be able to do things with him, you know, besides therapy or something like that, something fun and just have fun.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, well, it's Friday. We just got out to the ranch. It's about 4:30 now. We headed out. We made sure that his gun was on zero. It definitely was. He's a shooter. We're gonna head on out to the blind. They've been seeing a really big buck in this area. Right now, the bucks really aren't chasing the doe too much, and so, we just need to be in the right place at the right time, and we've got to take advantage of everything we can. It's supposed to maybe rain tomorrow, so we're gonna go ahead and get in the blind and see what we can see tonight.
After my injury, I was able to go on a couple hunts, and I'll tell you what, it was refreshing to get away from the hospital. This was when I was going to rehab every day at Walter Reed, and it was very refreshing to get out, get away from the hospital, get away from therapists and everything. Very therapeutic, it was get back on your own, and you have to adapt to the terrain when you're going out and learn how to nav through the terrain or whatever it may be, You can only do so much at rehab, but getting back in the real world, I think that's the best therapy you can have. We've seen 20 plus deer, and it was a good time. It was exciting, and heart was pumping.
This is one of the few hunts that we get to take our families on, and it's been a lot of fun because Sean, was able to bring his wife Nicole and their 5-year-old son Trevor, and my wife came along, and our 16-month-old baby, and Brad, and Stacy came along with their 2 little boys. So it's a real family type atmosphere out here, which is pretty unique for a deer hunting camp.
I'll go get her right now. Yeah.
We're gonna come back and we're gonna sit around the campfire for the night and have a nice dinner.
I grew up hunting, so I know how hunting goes, and sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't, and it's all part of it. That's what makes you want to come back. But I was excited to go in the morning.
What started out as a small local project has grown into a nationwide movement.
It started just as an idea.
The Boot Campaign was created to generate American awareness about the needs of our military men and women returning home from combat.
I said, you probably have the best idea I've ever heard of when it comes to supporting the military.
Take a moment out of your busy day and put yourself in their shoes for a second.
Find out how you can help support the Boot Campaign by logging on to bootcampaign.com and get your boots on.
Veteran Outdoors is proud to have country musician Kyle Park as a lifetime member and sponsor of this segment of VO.
The day I was injured, I don't really remember anything that happened that day. My team guys that I was attached to, they came back when I was at Walter Reed and visited me, and they told me everything that happened. We went out on a mission. It was going to be a multi-day op, and we started having vehicle problems in our convoy. Positions in the convoy started getting rearranged, and we got stuck behind an Afghan National Army vehicle, and then they kind of went off the main convoy line, went off to the right, and we couldn't see the rest of the vehicle, so we followed them. And it was a light-skinned vehicle, of course, and we are up armored. So when they went over, they didn't set it off. It was a pressure plate IED that we set off. It was under my seat. I was on the rear gun position, and it threw me over the vehicle, and the medics finally found me and started doing their work, and my legs were initially blown off immediately. And they brought me back a couple times and had a helo evac out, and next thing I remember was being at Walter Reed.
When I was notified, they just told me that he was alive, but he was critical. And that's all I knew for about 8 hours. And just sitting there and wondering if I'll ever see him again. And
my wife she was deployed at the same time I was. She met me in Longstuhl, Germany.
I got on a plane and I saw him like within less than 24 hours. I was bedside.
I don't remember this, but she can tell the story pretty well.
I just sat there and they made me get out of the room, and so they could check for responsiveness. And so I'm pacing up and down the hallway, and it was taking forever. The worst goes through your mind. So I just come in the room. He was sitting up and he was actually kind of laughing, and all the doctors were laughing. I just come in.
I came to, and in long stool, and I looked at her,
and he looks up from the clipboard, and he goes like that, like squints, and then he was like that.
Apparently I tried to scribble a little something to her.
And he writes on the clipboard, he said, "I love you." So that was the moment that I knew he was gonna be fine. I didn't know about prosthetics either, because I thought, what's he gonna do? You know, this man, he can do anything. And what's he gonna do in a wheelchair?
Initially, I believe I was mad. And then my exception was ready to know what I needed to do to get going again. So, you know, it's a bump in the road. I'm still alive, my family's here. What do I need to do to move forward? So, yeah, I was ready to do it.
And then I heard about prosthetics. I didn't know about prosthetics either. And they were like, no, they make prosthetic legs. And so I was like, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be just fine. It just hits you, you know, how much you really care, because I didn't know, because we were only married for 6 months before he got hurt. It never crossed my mind to leave. A lot of people, they do leave. And once I could lay eyes on him and see that he's breathing and he was gonna be okay. You know, he didn't have legs, but that's okay.
She flew over to Walter Reed with me and was with me by my side ever since the beginning. Yeah, I would definitely think about her throughout the whole thing.
Coming up next, my daddy's gonna shoot a big white-tailed buck.
This is the perfect hunting combo for our program. The 6.8 rifle offers low recoil, yet provides enough firepower to ensure our hunters have enough gun. This lightweight design and monolithic upper and adjustable stock allows the hunter to quickly and easily set up the gun to their specific field. Each rifle is then topped with a US Optics scope, which features a wide field of view, low light performance, and a true diopter adjustment, which equals unmatched, reliable, on-target shot placement. Tim Kennedy, former Green Beret Special Forces sniper, Ranger, and big fan of this gun.
This segment brought to you by Macetta Land Solutions, helping landowners restore and preserve the beauty of the Texas Hill Country.
It was just really, I felt isolated within Walter Reed. This soldier's angel, which really was an angel, just came out of nowhere and was there for me.
A contribution to Soldiers Angels provides vital aid to wounded heroes through programs designed to give them hope, comfort, and dignity. Show your gratitude and may no soldier go unloved. To donate, visit soldiersangels.org.
Jimmy passed the word, and we can shoot any deer on the ranch, so my heart started pumping immediately when I heard them words.
Jimmy was telling Chad a while ago, though, that any buck that walks up, you can shoot.
Yeah, I was excited, and I was looking forward to the opportunity.
So you have your free reign of any deer on this entire ranch.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's a whole attitude to it.
So hearing that, Chad told me about this one that they call mule deer because he is wide, he's tall, even forks out. So we're gonna go after him this evening.
We initially saw a bunch of does come out, a bunch of doe and fawns come out, and then we saw one spike, and he came out in front, and all of a sudden the deer just started progressively getting bigger. We had a 6-pointer, I believe, and then an 8-pointer immediately following it. Then there was a nice, I'm not even sure how many points it had, but I think it was a 9-pointer. He was really tall, and he was pretty wide. He looked like it was 20-inch. I think it was 20-inch wide or so. And really tall, really nice deer. And we were thinking about taking that one, and Chad was saying, no, we got time. They're still coming. So we held, and lo and behold, Muley did come out, and what a deer it was. And I was shaking the whole time, you know. Buck fever was in full effect. It was exciting watching that thing come in. It was, what a tremendous deer. So he came out, it walked straight towards us for a good 30 yards, 40 yards. When he first initially came out, I saw the rack and I knew he was big, but then my heart started going so fast, I just started focusing on taking the shot, making sure it was a clean shot, and ignored the rack as much as I could so it wouldn't shake too bad. And then finally it turned broadside, and took the shot and made a good shot, ran 50 yards, and it was a down deer.
That is a huge deer.
That is
Sean, good job.
Whew. Downhill. Good night, look at that thing. That thing is huge.
That is a beautiful deer. Look at how
Oh
wide
my
it is.
goodness.
It really is like a mule deer. I mean, look at the forks.
Absolutely. Yeah, the G2s and forks right there.
Yeah. You're gonna have a hard time gutting this deer if you don't have a knife, so Silver Stag sent you this knife.
Are you kidding me? What? Thank you so much.
Well,
that is awesome. I was wanting to get it mounted, and I didn't care how much it would cost me. I was going to willingly pay for it.
That's not all. Griffith Taxidermy out of Marble Falls is going to process and ship all this meat back to you, and we're going to take care of the mount for you. We're going to mount this thing. It's going to be up on the wall for you for the rest of your life.
Oh my goodness. Thank y'all so much.
You're welcome.
Then you surprised me with having the taxidermist come out and pick it up and going to mount it for me. Come here, buddy. I'd like to thank Thunder Hill Ranch. Yeah, I appreciate it greatly. And
I know being in the Air Force, you know, you're part of a brotherhood, you're part of a team. Well, I know that, you know, whenever times get hard and tough, you know, whether it's finances or, you know, anything that comes up that you need help with, you know, this family's here for you too. And we have these Veteran Outdoors Challenge coins. This is just to let you know that there's somebody out there that, you know, we're always here for you. We're a phone call away, and we're always here no matter what it is. We're all family now.
I appreciate that. And any one of y'all are ever down in Tennessee, you got a place to stay, that's for sure.
This week on Veteran Outdoors, we're traveling to Alaska with U.S. Air Force veteran Colton Reed, chasing the ultimate big game adventure, Alaskan brown bear. You don't want to miss this extremely up-close encounter.
For more information on how to get involved or about the products and organizations that you saw in this episode, please visit veteranoutdoors.com.
This is all about the heroes who risked their lives, defending our country and each of our rights. We're the land of the free and the home of the brave. This is Veteran Outdoors, giving back to those who gave.
What do you want to say about your daddy?
Thank you for saving the world.